back from that meditation. And thank you. I love the thank you song that we do at the beginning. That's a fun one, right? Sorry, I'm just being a little silly.
That's a Reverend Annie Mark song.
That's a Reverend Annie Mark song. Yes. I sent her a text just before we sang it, so it was really fun. So everybody, welcome, and thank you. First thing you're going to say is thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for showing up today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the love that you are, and thank you for all that you do in your lives. Thank you. Thank you for you. Thank you for being your unique, amazing, wondrous, fabulous, phenomenal, awesome. Too many adjectives? No. Good. That's right. That's what I want to hear. No, keep going. Right? Worthy. We are worthy. We are the children of the divine. Yes. We say yes to gratitude. We say yes to gratitude. Say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, receiving. You know, Deepak Chopra says that wonderful line that to receive is to respect the dignity of giving. So saying thank you graciously, that respect for that dignity in giving. And now each of us has been given a light, a love, a place in divinity, a place of a child of the divine. Do we respect that gift that has been given us? Or do we say, oh, not me, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy? Or do we respect the dignity of that gift and say, yes, thank you. Thank you is so full of humility, but yet grace and goodness and wonder. And our lives should be about one thank you at a time. You know, we say, you know, we have to, one day at a time, one moment at a time. What are we doing in that moment? If we just do one thank you at a time, with every step we take, I can guarantee you the glory and the goodness and the grace and that light that you've been given will shine and become an amazing beacon in this world. And that's all it takes. One thank you at a time. One thank you at a time. We are so blessed. Right? We came in with those, all the things. We're starting out with the songs. Oh, thank you for everything. Remember in that song, it also says, some days it's hard. It's hard to muster it up. Right? We forget. We can't even say thank you. We don't know what to say thank you for. As you wake up, I ache. What day is it? What am I gonna do? You know, all the things that come to your mind the first thing in the morning, because the Course in Miracles says the ego speaks first. Right? So you wake up, it's that voice that gotta jump. It has to jump in. Why? Because immediately it wants us to be distracted from the truth of who we are. It's the only way it can play that day. The only way it can play, if it jumps in right away. So if we have tools that can help us to immediately wake up with some sense of goodness and grace, and that goes along with, this week I was calling up the shelters to ask them about pies, because we're making pies on Tuesday night. Hopefully you'll all come, because when I first call up the shelters, you know, we are a community of service, and I say, what do you need? Maybe I thought maybe they need some food, you know, do you need stuffing, or, you know, what kind of foods? Everyone gets the canned foods and things. And they were like, you know, we really want the good stuff. I've got 8 families living with one oven. A regular house. So the shelter is, it's a regular house. Converted rooms into, you know, mom, 2 kids in one room, another one. And they have that one oven, and they go, we miss the good stuff. You know, on Thanksgiving, everyone thinks of pie. I said, oh, we'll make you apple pie and sweet potato pie. Thank you. But could you make it? Well, I said pumpkin pie. They said, could you make it sweet potato pie? I don't know how to make any of them, so I said, sure. So anyway, but when I was calling Bob, I asked how many pies this year. And then I was, the toys. Everybody wants the toys and the gifts. And every year we do adopt a family from the domestic violence shelter. The mom and the kids that are in hiding because their significant other is going to kill them. You kind of get the ideas of what you might be grateful for in your life as you start to hear these stories. Okay. So now here I am. I'm calling the shelter and I'm saying about the toy. Maybe there's something else because we're only doing one family. Maybe there's something we can get for you. And our starter pack program, we do blankets and sheets. And I said, how about some children's bedding? And the kids can now, in that first moment in the morning when we wake up, right, and the ego speaks first, when that child who is in a shelter, not knowing where they're going next, who's going to be there for them, what's going to happen, if they can wake up and they're surrounded by princesses, Ninja Turtles, trucks, I don't know, the different things that they love, their dinosaurs, their world of some sort of safety and security. What is the first thought that's going to come in their head is a thank you. A thank you. And I said that to the woman, I said, how about we do that for them? And that gift would go so far in creating a sense of safety and security for those children. You see how simple it is? One thank you at a time. And that's all it takes for each one of us in living our lives and putting ourselves out there and doing the things that we can do. But most importantly, it is in our own consciousness. Because again, now let's take it to that higher level, that metaphysical level of everything is energy. Okay, we have everything is energy and everybody is full of the concept of terror and terrorism and all these things are going on in this world. Well, I say even to that we need to say thank you. Because everything, no matter what it is in this world, is a gift from a metaphysical perspective of awareness of where we are and what's going on in our lives. My only connection to international soccer games was a story from my son who went to an international soccer game in Italy. He was in Rome and wanted to they always grew up with soccer, they wanted to see like a real good game. So he goes and he buys a ticket and he goes to this soccer game. Now my son is very tall, bald, pale white, very English looking character. And he goes to the soccer game and they said, oh, you're English, you gotta go over here. Didn't mind, didn't know what was going on, got a better seat, so he enjoyed the game. After the game was over, the police came out and surrounded the section that he was sitting in. The rest of the stadium was emptied out, and then everybody in his section, who were all of some sort of English descent, now had to get on a bus and were bused outside of the city of Rome and let go there for their safety. This is a regular occurrence at the international games. The violence in our society is there. We don't need terrorists to bring us the violence. When I heard something happened in Paris, I looked and saw a video. The first video that came up that I saw was a soccer game. And during the game, yes, there was an explosion, but what happened at the end of that game? People weren't shipped away. They all came down to the field and everyone was there for each other. There was loving kindness, there was support, and there were people asking, are you okay? This is the way it should be after a game. We need, the things that we're putting out into the world are teaching us, are helping us, are showing us. And the way that we respond to things in the world is only going to show us the world of tomorrow. And if we can't say thank you, if we can't bring gratitude into this as spiritual people, then we're never going to learn the lessons in a kind, loving way. We're going to learn them the hard way. And that's one of the reasons why, of course, Miracles says in their opening that this is a curriculum that everybody must learn. We must learn to go back to truth. to move away from the pain of the littleness of the fear of life. Gratitude today is so important. Thank you for the truth of who I am. Thank you for the truth of who you are. Behind the lies, behind the fear, behind everything that you think you are. If each one of us could stand hand in hand and say that, day after day, our world will be transformed. And we can do it. One thank you at a time. But using the spiritual tools that we've been given, things like community that bring us together and say, okay, I know it was a bad week and you really couldn't find anything to be grateful for this week, but you know what? When you walk in the door here, you're getting a hug because everyone's just thankful that you showed up. That's pretty cool. Just thankful that you showed up, so much so you're going to get a hug. The tools, the songs we sing, the chants we give you, the words that come in here. Week after week after week, the beautiful altar. We have thanks and leaves. The glory of this light and this love that's here for each one of us. And today we're going to do a communion because this idea of the food that we get, this sustenance that we get, that it comes inside of us and it transforms us physically. It's a physical transformation. That's what gratitude can do. Physically transform your whole life. It takes faith, but that faith will be built one thank you at a time. So we're here today to remind each other to keep going, to keep reaching out, to keep holding fast to the faith that you have in your heart, to the light and the love that you are, and allow that your heart to stay open no matter what, and say thank you. One situation, one experience, one day, one moment at a time. And so it is.